Okay, Dow Jones again at resistance. We talked about this trading channel. We've been talking about it every day now. So it shouldn't be seem like almost the same thing over and over again. So do we know if it's going to go down and repeat what it did before? No, it's still above the 10. We still have bullish MACD. And we got to see what happens tomorrow. Some, names definitely looked a little weaker today. A lot of stuff that was typically strong didn't look that strong today, but that happens. So looking at the weekly, you can see what we're having right now is basically forming like a little shooting star. This is a proper shooting star. But we basically hit this top number and looks like some profit taking. Does that mean that it's going to come back absolutely to the bottom of this channel? No one knows. But right here, right now, at least you know you're in the channel, and that helps to, you know, let you know when you're going to pull profits, or some people might say I'm going to buy the dip now to see if I could get it. So when it breaks above, I mean, right now the MACD is curling a little bit, and if you look at the monthly, you can see that this is pretty good regarding the month of October. So it's not a bad thing at all. And kind of see where this goes. But again, this is a retracement, so don't freak out. This is only how many percent? That's not even 1%. When you really start looking at things, yes, it's not even 1%. So just relax. Just think of it like that. It's not even a 1% retracement on this. So don't freak out. We just, that doesn't mean that you just say carelessly, I'm gonna go long everything tomorrow, and because it's just a 1%. No, you just gotta look at that and say, okay, it is what it is, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe you just be a little bit more patient. Now you do have the composite underneath the 10, and the volume has been increasing. A hook down doesn't mean that it's fully bearish, but when we look at the weekly, we see that we've had a good run up. So maybe it trades a little sideways or gives a little pullback. That's fine. But again, to put this in perspective, not even half a percent. And so just relax. It's at the end of the day, you have the monthly looks good, weekly looks good, daily gave you a little bit of retracement. So, and the last one we had, which was of significance, was not even 3%, it was 2.5%. So we have to see what happens and what goes from there. We have the Russell. Russell continued down. We said we had this engulfing pattern yesterday. We looked at the IWM, pretty much the tradable instrument for this. You had the you got in, and maybe you got in for the short or whatever you were looking to do, and kind of go from there. But at the end of the day, we just want to see if it can break above this high, and then we'll look back. If it gives us some, a flag up and maybe down, maybe we'll get into that, because you do have a cross of the MACD for this one. S&P 500, which we're going to go into some names after this, did give some more retracement, but again, let's look at the percentages, and we're not even a half a percent. Let's look at the SPY just so we could kind of make sure I'm not, losing my mind here. But yep, not even a half percent. So um, it is what it is. So let's look at this and check again. Maybe 1%. So 1% retracement shouldn't really scare the bejesus out of you. But we want to look at these names. They definitely are. Bank of America is looking like it could definitely come back to this low. You have it below the 50. This one could be good to continue to the downside. Goldman Sachs uh, really needs to see something well go on. You got Wells Fargo giving you kind of like a evening star pattern. You got Citi continuing to the downside. Um, yeah, just continue to the downside. You got JP Morgan continuing to the downside. 2% rip to the downside. You got Prudential. Prudential looks holding up probably the best out of a lot of them. You got I'm all over the place. Jeez. You got Morgan Stanley breaking down below this level right here. So this might be something that some people might be looking at short maybe to get to here. But again, this is for the quick, because you never know. Again, the XLF, which is a sector for that, is not looking good for this. So, and it's back below these levels. So let's see what this weekly looks like. And it looks strong going into there, but again, let's kind of put this stuff in perspective. You got a 1.2. It's, what do you have at the top? 1.69. So it's not really that huge of a retracement, but you just have to see where things go. Let's look at some other names. We got Apple. Apple right now, if it gets below this low, that to me is a sign that it's going to get back into this range, which we don't like. But it's a false breakout. If it gets above 540 to me, that's when it starts looking attractive again. You got Google. Google giving a little shooting star, but at the end of the day, if it breaks above or gets above this, so don't let these candlesticks scare you too, because sometimes they get me out of looking at stuff to say, all right, the price actually gets above the high of this candle, 1041.52. You're bullish. That means that this candle has been negated. Actually, the best thing is if it closes above it, then you've been negated regarding that. So that's something you need to look at. Facebook gave I want to see it. I kind of want to see it above this level, quite honestly, above this 53 level, back recapturing the over the 10. You had and this volume could be bullish. Nice, hammer forming. You gotta see where it closes. We have a nice hammer forming at the bottom of the channel, so that's a good sign per se. So that's okay. We got Tesla. Tesla trying to get a little bit of life back in, but quite honestly, again, hammer doesn't mean that the knife is stuck in the ground. It just means that at the end of the day, you can see that this has been going down. So it's been broke below this 160 level, which I thought was significant, and we'll see if it keeps getting creamed to the downside. Let's see what the price is. The price for the low for the hammer is 153. This is 153.30. So a little bit, almost got to it, and we'll see what happens. SolarCity is right at this level that we talked about yesterday. I mean, we've been talking about this for a while, so look at the videos. It helps to really see. You can see this is private support. Maybe some people might want to go long, saying that the risk is below 51. Yeah, below 51, 51.20. That's where you draw your line in the sand and go from there. So we'll see how that one plays out. We got Amazon. Amazon actually looked really good today. Wells look good. 3M look good. I'm actually in this trade. Okay, a lot of my stuff got stopped out. Small losses. Some small gains. So, which I'm happy with. I'm not worried about that. You got one that really acted well today. Was actually Starbucks. Look at Starbucks go. I mean, if you look at the monthly, look at that. I mean, you can't beat that. Starbucks might be something you want to really look at because it showed some strength today. I mean, and I hope this candle is right. Let me go to an intraday just to make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Yeah, it came all the way here. So if it gets above here, that definitely is a nice sign. It's 81.62. That's definitely a nice sign. So keep that one on your watch list. Remember, this is educational purposes only, but Chipotle looking good again. Maybe can be setting up. Let's look at Priceline. Priceline is, again, I told you I wanted it to get above this line and especially this level, and now it's engulfed to the downside. So Priceline might have some more down to go. Maybe gets to this 1021 area or something like that, or maybe even this this 1,000 area. So because I'm looking for a swing point, I got maybe this 95. Maybe this area right here where it broke out before 1080, but that's, yeah, it definitely has bearish MACD and volume increase to the downside, engulfing 1, 2, 3 candles. Yeah, so just really want to see how that one goes. DDD has 3D has been squeezing the bejesus out of everybody, so that's one that you want to look at as well. Maybe you get on the retracement, but the volume is dying down a little bit. So peel profits on the way up. That's always a great way to take a little bit of stress off, and you leave a nice little runner that can continue running. So yeah, so I'll leave it at that. And if you have any market analysis that you like, you can email me at MaximusAnalysis. You can tweet me. You can see me on Stocktwits and send me a direct message, send me a public message. Comment on this. Okay, thumbs up. Do you want to see anything different? Again, I am morphing this channel. I am working to make this a great learning tool for people that are experienced and not experienced. Because I think that this is just a way that you could share. If I could share past mistakes, past triumphs, past maybe some thought, like I did this video. Check out the Facebook earnings video. That's why I don't do earnings. But you say, listen, the hell with that. I don't. But at least it gets you to think of, maybe I don't want to do that, or maybe I do that, but this is my defined risk, so I kind of do use only Vegas money when I think about that stuff. This is what the channel is all about. This is, a lot of people don't do stuff like this, don't do it consistently at least, so that's my thing. Is I really love this and I love to share it, and I would love to get some comment, feedback, thumbs up, share with your friend, retweet. Really, really would appreciate that to get this message out and to build more of a community on here. So again, thank you for watching, and trade them well.